Hello, this is Ken Foss, and this is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. What I did was start a new playthrough of Dead Cells, brand new, and got through it, totally forgot that I had my mic off. So, this is me recording it. I wish I could get rid of these controls, but this is what we get to live with. This is intended to be an introduction to the game. You get a rusty sword, you get a bow. You can choose the shield if you would like that instead. My timing sucks. I'm no good with the shields. So, you'll notice I do this once in a while, especially in this first zone, where I forget that I don't have any upgrades. So, if I jump into a wall, that's why. I expect to be able to wall run. Do it here as well. I think by like second zone, I have it pretty well done. Yeah, definitely want the bow upgrade. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that makes the video a little bit better. But yeah, you don't get a whole lot of weapons to choose from. I very much like the bleeding effect. That's why I took the knives over the rusty sword. Bleeding effects. Oh yeah, I can't do the vines either. I don't have that ability. Bleeding effect definitely allows you to be a little bit safer with your play. And here, since both of my weapons are purple, and I want to concentrate on a single color, I take the purple upgrade. And I can't use that thing either. I have no upgrades at all. Which, I mean, you expect from I just started this playthrough. Realize I can't go any further that way, so I go back. Now you do start with the ground pound and the dodge. You do not get the upgraded ground pound with the ability to break through certain locations until at least the second playthrough. And I do intend to do full playthrough of getting at least the major abilities, visiting each zone. And yeah, I'll buy the DLC. Get to the zones I don't have open yet. Oh yeah, if you look, there's that F down in the bottom left. And here I'm just checking to make sure I have explored everywhere. Haven't, so go back and do those. Definitely want to pick up as many level up scrolls as I can. Noticed a thing. No, I didn't notice the thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't always see the glowing runes while I am playing. I need to get better at that. This bonus will definitely help. Lots of things that I need to buy. Ooh, is this an upgraded knife? That is an upgraded knife. Neither of the other things, the sword or the grenade, look like too great of an upgrade from what I have. Yeah, have any skills right now. But level 5 knife versus level 2 knife, really significant in getting extra capabilities. Yay, a health flask! That's what I was talking about with the F in the bottom left corner being empty. I definitely enjoy being able to recycle stuff, so... Oh, blood sword. Right. I forgot that I bought that. Yeah. I'm debating whether I want health flask, gold reserves, or recycling. Recycling is super helpful, so... Yeah, this is more bleeding. So... I am not convinced that the DPS is displayed correctly. Here, I'm going... That critical hit thing is pretty cool, but if I want to get to the end of this run, get to the Hand of the King, my first attempt, I probably need to pick up this Yggdra. Oh, I do. My flask is full. I didn't take any damage the first zone, so didn't need to hit that up. Just checking the stats. Can't run up this wall, so need to find another way to get there. Oh. Hey, look. If you get lucky, you too can get the Assassin's Dagger your first time through. For some reason, I thought you needed upgraded ground pound to get that, but apparently you don't. That first came about after I had all of the abilities, except maybe the wall crawl. Need to kill the wooden men, or you can kill the things that they're protecting. And this is why I like bleeding. I can apply some damage, run away, and they will probably... There's me trying to run up the wall again. And this is where those rose keys go, and I only have the ability to get one. I did not see the recipe for explodey crossbow, but I believe it's up there. I'll find out on a future run through, I'm sure. I have been playing on my main save at 2 boss cells, so yeah, I still haven't quite figured out. Oh, you're right, I don't have wall crawl. But yeah, playing on 2 boss cells, so when I do start taking damage, I don't always heal up, as I am used to only getting one flask between levels, so... Just exploring, trying to ensure that I'm getting all of the upgrades, all of the scrolls that I can get. On those that are not my primary color, I tend to go for the one that gives me the most hit points. And I do appreciate being able to ground pound through those flyers. They can get rather annoying. Sometimes I do notice the runes on the ground, or in the ground. Huh. Do I just leave that behind? I must have just left it behind. Ah, yes. Here I noticed that they tell you, hey, you can dodge. My first handful of plays through this, I didn't realize you could dodge. And then I came upon a build where you had to dodge to get out of the first zone. I'm like, oh, this isn't something that you need to earn? In case you're just starting playing this, yeah, you can dodge. As it showed on the PC, its default is control. On Switch, it is A, I believe. I want to say it's A. Yeah. But yeah, my first plays through were on the PC. And I did join middle of the beta, I want to say. I can't open it. I know that I can't open it when I'm playing this. I was just demonstrating that, hey, there's these things that I can't open yet. Am I gonna buy it? I don't remember exactly what I was considering, but yeah, at the moment, the sword is working pretty well for me. Mostly because it's colorless, as it was the first one that I bought. And here's for the first rune that you get. You have to beat this boss. Not a very difficult elite. But you do need to get him beaten before you get this rune. Once you have the line rune, you can go to those green patches and start claiming them. This does open up a new path in the first zone, and that's where we're going to be going next video. But yeah, the path your first playthrough is extremely linear. You can only come to the Promenade of the Condemned, and from here you can only go to the ramparts. From the ramparts you can only go to Blackbridge. Another place I can't open. From Blackbridge, you can only go to Fishing Village. Yeah. Notice that I'm still not using a healing flask, even though I'm below 50%. This is just me not remembering that you get full health and flask refill between zones. I do remember mentioning that this is another place for a rose key, which you could take back to that three-door tower at the beginning of the level. And there is a use for the rose keys once you get more boss cells as well. I believe it's either 3 or 4 boss cells that you need before rose keys do anything else. And into the zone. I know to the right is a location that I can't go to. There's a secret right here. But yeah, it looks like I did indeed leave the pick a bonus at the beginning of the level without picking either or selling either. So that's something I could have changed. Could have gotten a grenade from there. Or money. I tend to stay away from grenades. They're not super great. They do some stuff, but and then, oh, that's why I didn't recycle. Because I didn't have recycle. Looking at all the options, heal 2 flask for the rest of the run sounds pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of sandals, so I'm just going to leave that one behind. Oh yeah, one other thing with Igra, you can only get it at the first location you can choose mutations. If you don't pick it there, then you just don't get it. And if you change mutations later after having picked it, you cannot pick it again. At least that's how it was last time I changed mutations. If it's different, that's on me. I'm still getting used to a lot of the changes since last I played this regularly. So this battle is relatively new. I had never played it before, like a couple days before I played this run through. And this is one great thing about bleeding damage. You can tag them and then get out of their range and still do the damage. Yeah, I haven't done any customization. Nope, still trying to run up walls every once in a while. Didn't go down previously because I didn't see any ring gates, and I expected this to be larger than it was, and so I wanted to grab a ring gate before I went down so that I didn't have to do a whole lot of running back anywhere. Right. They shoot fire in both directions. Most of the time when I do down smashes like that, it's not just for the damage, though that is part of it. It's also because it's so much faster in most cases. There are some cases where you get a stun at the end, but you have to fall pretty far for that to happen. I was doing so well at not taking damage till then. Oh well. Just making sure that I picked up everything. I think I eat it here. No, okay, good. I save it for the end of the level, because I'm still super concerned with, but I want to save all of my potion refills, because they don't refill between levels. Because I am silly. The fact that I only have one potion probably helps with that decision. Because it's like, okay, what if I use my potion and I missed that rune? What if I used my potion and then I need more healing? And again, taking the one that gives me the bigger health bonus. This is one of the places where if you down smash immediately, you will stun yourself, which is why I fall for a little bit before finishing the down smash. I was a little too confident in that bleeding. I just assumed that he wouldn't have the ability to hit me before bleeding stopped. And that was just, my weapons are not great for those bird things. Since I can't run up walls, I had to go around the long way to get that guy. Just farming up the cells. I need as much upgrade opportunity as possible. This is the very first time that I played through this save file, so being able to get new weapons, new abilities, including larger flasks, pretty high priority for me right now. First skill that I pick up, it's not a great one. There are ways to make it okay, but I am not impressed with it. I'm just range, making sure that I can preserve as much of my life as possible. Oh, nice. 15% increase. Yeah, the drumsticks increase your health by 50%, and the kebabs increase by 15%, so... I can tell pretty well at a glance what my HP level is at percentage-wise, and whether or not I need to eat a kebab or a drumstick as I come on it, and I try to only eat them if I absolutely need them. Ooh, upgraded knife. Is it better? Doesn't look too much better. Yeah, looks actually like it's lower DPS. So probably not going to pick it up. Differences are shoot arrow upward versus behind you, and shots pierce target versus burn. That pierce target is pretty good, actually. And so it looks like I did pick it up for that pierce target alone. Yeah. And this is one of the great things about bleeding damage. You can, peg them, run away to safety, let the bleeding happen, and then come back. And that gray wispy skull was 30 enemies killed without taking damage. This level requires 60. I do not have enough enemies left in the level to guarantee that. Yeah, previously there had been a secret area in this last tower. If you jump off of the right end of the tower, you can, and this is just me warping back to Blackbridge, notice that gap on the left. I was just checking it out. I forget exactly what was in the secret area on the right side of that rightmost tower. I haven't seen it for a while, so I think they got rid of it. One thing that I might save my cells for is all weapon upgrades that happen after bosses. I'm not positive I will damage, or I will kill this boss. I don't have a great selection of mutations at the moment. So I'm just looking at what could work. And now that I have a skill, that gaining damage with nearby skill is actually pretty valuable. This is the first boss. Bleeding helps a lot on this boss. He does remove his bleeding with some abilities. That red shield, if it hits you, will damage you. Quarter life and half life, and then quarter life's worth of damage, half life worth of damage, and 3/4 life worth of damage. He changes his ability set by adding more features. So it starts with punching, shield, fire wave, and at half is when he gets jumping. Yeah, I don't think that he gets the debuff remover until quarter life worth of damage. And it's just a battle of patience at the moment. I don't have very damage-heavy weapons, and my daggers are ranged weapon, which gets stuck, and so I need to very carefully go in and deal melee damage whenever I can. Usually I like to have the kunai style blade that deals bleeding damage for each kunai that hits. I haven't even found the recipe for that in this run through yet, so I will not have had it, but should have enough damage to defeat this boss. If I don't do stupid things like that, here's me using my one potion to heal up. Oof. And I'm trying to die, I guess. Oof. But yes, obviously I know how this turns out, but I don't want to modify your experience of it by giving you more information than you might want to get for yourself. Challenger room. The challenge rooms I have swept through, this is a complete downgrade. Except for burning target, I don't have anything to cause things to burn. But yeah, the DPS is lower. Yeah, I just get rid of that one. 111 DPS to 114 DPS. Yeah, that's a bit of an upgrade. Not huge, but I think mostly the DPS indicator is broken on things that cause ongoing damage, because it just takes into account the initial damage dealt by the weapon, and not the bleeding or fire or ongoing damage. So on things that don't have ongoing damage, DPS is pretty good indicator of how two things compare. If one has higher DPS than another, then it's probably a bit better. And since there's no damage over time on the wolf traps, then they're pretty good just comparing their DPS. I hate these guys. They're so annoying. And then the worm spawners are also not great. Oof. That was me forgetting that I was out of ammo on my daggers. And blankly staring at someone that I should have been attacking with my sword. I'm not used to the crabs yet. Those are relatively new to when I started picking the game back up. I'm not fully cognizant of their abilities. I'll probably take damage from the crabs the most. Oof. Oh nice, the food vendor. I need half my life. And there's that dealing damage to multiple enemies coming into great work. I do dislike the crab's blocking. There are 4 or 5 doors in this level. I see that scroll to the left there. And I think that the jump height is too high for me to get. Need the wall jump, or if I can get something that has an additional jump, then I can get up there, but I don't know how likely an amulet that'll get me a multiple jump thing will be. But I do remember that was one of the things that I mentioned in my playthrough when I thought that my mic was on, but it wasn't. Yeah. Me indicating, yes, this is the place that I want a multiple jump thing for. None of those are great. Except for... ice isn't great, but it's good. Anything that will freeze an enemy, like this, is going to help. I do like knocking enemies off of ledges, because apparently they can't fall at all. If they fall like 2 feet, they lose half their life. I think that's gotten a little bit more realistic, but it's still pretty life intensive for the enemies to fall any distance. I really dislike those bats. They cause a lot of damage. Ooh. Really should be healing here. This is one of the places that I'm like, must save my potions. Okay, good. As I said, those crabs are going to not do good things to me for probably a while still. Everything that has that shield indicator must be killed before these shield globes open up. Like, this is probably better than the ice grenade. Which is sad because I just spent 2,000 on that ice grenade. Sinew slicer or bow. Bow is actually much higher DPS, like twice the DPS from the blood sword. And the amount of damage from bleeding is starting to become negligible. So that's why I pick up the bow. And like, there's another door that I'm missing because I need a key. Well, since I'm here, I might as well go fill up what little of my life I can. But yeah, I'm missing a door somewhere. That's not it. Go over here and check. Yeah, that definitely needs a key. Check this and oh, it's right there in the middle. Yeah, right there. Someone's not observant enough. Yeah, that bonus life that you get from the tonic is so much better than it used to be. It used to be a one-time item, and it just healed you actual life, and never really used to go for it. If I had... Ooh, yeah, I forgot about those spikes. If I had wall climb or another jump, I could make it up to that secret area, save a key. I must be extremely careful, because I'm almost dead. There's the other key door. I will need to get that other key at some point. I see the elite up there. See the scroll behind him. I would like to kill the elite and I would like to get that scroll, but at the moment I'm thinking I don't have the life for it. And there goes my revive after death. And I'm really grateful I had that extra life there. We hate these guys. There is the door to the left just there, and I don't think that I go in it. Oh, helpful. Very helpful health. And more health. If I were to have gone in it, it would lead to another zone. Grenade over Wolf Trap. Yeah, Wolf Trap is not the best. Picked it up because it was the first thing that I remember seeing. Because I did not remember seeing the grenade in parallel with the knife at the beginning of the second stage. Yeah, I find out right there that the temporary life is not that much if you're full on actual life. Scroll I wanted, I get to keep. And the elite that I wanted to kill. Feel pretty good about my life total here. I think I'm waiting for my skill to get close. Oof. Now I'm thinking that he might warp up to me, but no. With those crystals protecting him, I do need to go down and destroy them before I can deal any damage to him. I should be using my Q skill for a little bit more life, a little bit more sanity, but I don't. And amulet. Hey look, an extra jump in midair. We can go back and try and get that scroll of power that I left behind. And yep, I was able to make it up with another jump. And there's a warp over here. And I know the end of the level is getting close. Here we go. So the other zone you can't get to unless you have the warp rune. And I don't have that yet. So even if I tried to go into the door that had the gate symbol on it, wouldn't be able to do anything in there this time through. The Assassin's Dagger's not bad. I actually kind of like it a bit. This guy gives you the ability to upgrade stuff. Costs some money, but well worth it. And yeah, full life refill. Super duper helpful here. I must have been saying something there as I paused, but did not remember what it was. Can't get that, and I can't go up the fast way. Checking the walls for runes. Yeah, the clock tower is a place where not having wall climb is very apparent. Why I was firing in the wrong direction, for some reason, my face the correct direction button did not work. So I usually just go activate those portal runes and then finish the tower that I'm on. I don't want to go back and forth between different towers if I can help it. So that's why you see me behave that way around the bridges. Do I notice that rune? Yes. And continuing with tactics upgrades. Another bridge where I go and get the portal. Just being safe. I always like opening these doors kind of completionist-esque. There's a key. I will probably want to get the... Sorry, there's a locked door. I probably want to get the key to that locked door. Continue going with the one that gives me the higher health. Yeah. Like that. Knocking an enemy off of a ledge definitely helps kill them more quickly. These guys can deal out quite a bit of damage and stun lock you, so I'm doing my best to apply damage, get out of the way. Apply damage, get out of the way. And again, bleeding is great for this. These guys I'm not super used to, but I do notice that they stun lock pretty quickly. There's a bell on the right there. There are 4 bells in the tower. Handles. Do I want them? Probably not. Especially with that 100% damage inflicted on enemies / 100% damage taken. Yeah, that is never usually something that I go for. That's medium low? Somehow I missed the guy dropped a bomb. That one's medium high. Flaming. Stunned him. Didn't realize it. Went back. Was unstunned. Not healthy. It really wants me to have sandals. Don't know why I rolled there. That room is pretty safe once you get its patterns down. Yeah, I'm just gonna blame my keyboard on that. Almost got away with not taking damage from him. Don't think I need the extra jump in mid-air anymore, and 2 other sources of damage. Yeah, it does require me taking damage, but I'll do that every once in a while anyway, so if I can deal damage while taking damage as opposed to, you know, not dealing damage and just taking the damage. But this should be the last bridge. There are usually 3 bridges, 4 towers. That has that key that I just got. I do want to get the other key for the other door that we saw. I am happy to see this. Would have been happier had it been, you know, before I used my potion, but I do still have 1 more charge in my flask. And now I have, you know, full life besides. Could probably have waited to pick that up until I needed it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm most of the way through the tower already. That sounds like a pretty high chime. All right. And 1 more tower to go through. And that's the last bell. That's pretty low. I think that's lowest. Oh right, this is the door tower. Pretty much every time you go through, you'll see a tower full of doors. Don't need that food yet. Haven't really taken a whole lot of damage since I filled up my life. Oof. Bleeding is still quite helpful. Fire. Is the fire better than bleeding? It's like twice the DPS, so I'm gonna take it. Yeah, it lost a little bit of life. I'm gonna go pick this up. And then I'm going bell searching. So, last one that I hit was the deep one. Double checking. Don't remember how far up this tower the first spell was. I remember it was a bit of a ways up, but not exactly how far. I do remember it's on the left-hand side. No, it's on the right, isn't it? Down there. Well, there's the door that I'm looking for. Oh, right, it was above this, wasn't it? Oh, I missed an enemy. Ah, there it is. It's a higher tone than the first one that we hit. Next highest should be over here. Actually, I think both of them are over here. No. There we go. And we go down to locked door. Pick up our recipe. Blueprint. And then we can leave the level. Then we can get that assassin dagger. Can't start the health flask yet, but having more gold reserves is quite helpful. Don't really want to give up my ranged weapon for this coming battle. Do not really like being next to the timekeeper while he's attacking. It can get pretty painful. Oh, lots of damage over time. Whoops. Dodge is your friend. Dodge sword's coming down. Ouch. And timekeeper down. How's this look? Oh, it's quite a bit higher DPS. And this, it's a bit better. Finding items with a quality marker on them. Super helpful. Filling up the double plus bar takes forever. You can't start the double plus bar until you've filled up the single plus bar, and I believe have one boss cell. Well, that's a dead end. So this guy is relatively new. Was not in the level when it was originally released. So, still getting used to him. That guy is annoying if he can get that whirlwind attack off. Ice is usually really good. I don't look at DPS when I pick up ice. It's not what it's there for. It's crowd control. Does make these fights a lot easier. Most storyline rooms like that do have secrets in. That's why I was spending so much time in there. It's not a secret room that I'm very familiar with. So. Anyway, in this section, there are 3 keys that you need. One in the blue room, one in the red room, and one in the green room. So, both blue doors connect, both red doors connect, both green doors connect. And all 3 sections have a elite in them that drops the key. And I can't shoot because I am out of ammo. So that is one of the few places where the damage on the ice actually matters. One thing is you cannot damage something that is frozen by attacking it with ice. I don't like the look of that jump, so yeah, I don't like how it expects me to get out of here. I'm just gonna have to go back to the beginning of this section. I don't have enough spare life to take that gamble with those spikes. Would have been nice to come out the other side of the blue, that way I don't have to do a whole lot of backtracking, but c'est la vie. Another storyline room. Check a thing or two. Slightly higher HP. Here's a green room. Yeah, really not used to those guys' attack modes yet. Time to heal. So used to being able to damage, I'm sorry, not damage, to jump up to higher places by running along walls. It's 2 keys. Now I'm just gonna ignore part of this section. I don't think there's any scrolls in here. And that is a nice blueprint to get. Oh! As I jump into spikes. You notice that every third set of arrows that I fire in a row with this bow is red. Those are higher damage. This one I know that somewhere there has to be a bonus item in this storyline zone, but I don't care enough at this point to check. Sinew Slicer, super helpful. I'm gonna take that over the grenade. This section over here. This is what I was talking about way back when I was saying that with like 5 boss cells, 4 or 5 boss cells, 3 or 4 boss cells, you can get more use out of the flower keys, the rose keys. That's where you have to use the keys that you trade the rose keys in it. Out of ammo. Apply bleeding. And 3 keys for this level. Roll in the same direction as that arrow. Not what I wanted. Not where I wanted that to land. Okay, I attempted to push him off with my ground pound, but shooting him ended up actually pushing him off the edge. That attack stun locks. It is not fun. Alright, so we have all of the keys. Now all we need to do is find the doors. There's this yellow patch down here. When we get there. Let's get back to over here. This looks to connect somehow. Oh right, that's the thing I can't get through. Not getting that chest. But I haven't explored up here yet, so... Ah, more healing. And I can't go up that way. Power level is getting high enough that I can actually kill my enemies pretty quickly. Don't need more healing like that. I have killed 30 enemies without taking damage. There's the other side of blue. Don't need to go in. There's the section I haven't been to. Hey, get the things that are right there, so... I want to, but I can't. 1, 2, 3. Don't need that. Don't need that. Scroll. Can't open that up. And I can't wall crawl, so if I could open it up, I still couldn't get the boomerang recipe. Trying to figure out how to get that gem above me, then I realized that it's the place that I couldn't get to because need the wall crawl. Infantry bow. Absolutely. And having a random starter bow, actually really helpful. Just making sure that there aren't any weapons that I need. Yeah. Dump the rest of them in there. And that bow sadly does not have the damage output that I need. So it gets sold. Might as well upgrade stuff because I can only take so much money with me after this next fight. Health upgrade, or refill. And final battle. I'm actually feeling pretty confident. Um, Even though I didn't have a whole lot of selection, I got a bunch of the items and upgrades that will make this doable. Not easy. Definitely not an easy fight, but doable. Oh, right. He drops grenades when he dies. Did it again. Okay. Almost did it again, where I forgot to dodge the bombs. I need health. Trying to drink from my flask. There we go. And down. Boss cell number 1. Looking at the stats of it. There's a cannot sell on the weapon that I just picked up. Oh, cannot be sold is what it says. So I sell the thing that I can. Hey there, Key. What's back here? 5 boss cells required. But I just has the 1. And I'm a little bit confused. Until I remember, oh right, gotta kill the king. That's the whole point of this storyline. And credits. I appreciate all of the work that goes into these games. There is not a small amount of work that must be done to give entertainment like this. Every time I beat a game, I will have the credits roll. So, uh, that is why I will usually say, enjoy the credits, and then leave you to actually do that. You can, of course, skip the credits. If you stop the video early, you might lose out on extra content. There is, I will say, stuff at the end of these credits. But yes, I will sit and watch the credits with you. So, with that said, please enjoy the credits. And the thing after the credits. Head burst from the pile. And you get to control it to this fountain, which brings you back to the beginning. New zone. And a new ability. And that is the first time through Dead Cells. If you can make it all the way to the Hand of the King. Thank you for joining me. This has been K and Voss. I look forward to the next video with you. Take care.